Even as the Congress undertakes their Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra kicking off in Imphal as we speak, troubling news is coming in Maharashtra, where a veteran Congress leader and several time Member of Parliament, also the son of former Union Minister Milind Deora, has quit his primary membership of the Congress party and has now gone over to the Shiv Sena under the current Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde. Now, in politics, people joining parties, switching parties right before elections is not unheard of. In fact, it is rather common. It does take place. But you have to understand the context of what is taking place. There are now many next generation Congress leaders who were the coterie of technocrats, the coterie of the next generation around Rahul Gandhi, who are now no longer in the Congress party. Jyotiraditya Scindia was certainly one of them. Milind Deora certainly was one of them. You can go on down the pile from Jitin Prasada, and you can even argue that Sachin Pilot in Rajasthan, while he stayed within the fold so far, he's not had a happy time of it in the past few years. The president of the Congress party, who's Mallikarjun Kharge, is not from the next generation of congressmen for sure. Now, that doesn't mean more leaders can't emerge. It doesn't mean that the party can't find more faces. But it certainly does mean that many people who were initially part of the party's structure, its core team, its vision plan surrounding Rahul Gandhi for when he would take the ultimate leap, are now no longer with the party. So let's open up this conversation. Rajiv Pandey of the Bharatiya Janata Party joining us on the broadcast. Advocate Gyanendra Mishra is going to help us analyze it, as are Deshratan Nigam and Alok Mehta. Alok ji, now you knew Murli Deora. I'm assuming you had a chance to observe Milind as well. He has been pretty quiet in politics for now a reasonable amount of time. Once upon a time, a very vocal, very public, vote-winning face for the Congress in Maharashtra. But there have been many others, sir, who have been former chief ministers. Ashok Chavan is there, Prithviraj Chavan is there, who hung on in the party, who managed to run a government there in coalition for a couple of years. What is the Milind Deora exit telling you before I ask you why has he joined the Shiv Sena and not the BJP? What does the exit from the party tell you?
I think it's a very damaging for the Congress party because, Murli Deora ji also in the Mumbai and Maharashtra, he worked hard. He was a treasurer also. I remember because I used to meet him also. And the same thing with the Prithviraj Chauhan. I know in Prithviraj Chauhan, Delhi also of the record, I should not tell here, but certainly he was very upset since when they had the collaboration with the Sharad Pawar party, NCP. So still he is uncomfortable. And even Ashok Gehlot, earlier days when he was not chief minister, he was also upset. But when he became chief minister, he tried his best to do something. And Sachin Pilot, you also named him. So I think this is unfortunate for the Congress party that such a good person, clean image, he was also minister and with down to earth. Certainly he was from a good family, business family. But even then, a city like Mumbai, he was working very sincerely for the party. That's why I think the Congress party losing such good people, and Venugopal, Jairam Ramesh, sorry to say, but I know Jairam Ramesh since long when he was not in even the party. But what they are doing, they are in Rajya Sabha and they don't know the workers. The problem is he was not meeting in the Milind Deora or even people coming from Bihar and Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan and everywhere. That's why just doing a Nyaya Yatra, so is I think, trying to go to the ground and meet the people or see the country. Otherwise, I think it's a very unfortunate for the party with Milind Deora in a very, I think, is a very sincere person. And that's why I think even for the next elections, he will be faced for the Shiv Sena, Shinde Shiv Sena and BJP.
Okay.
Because they have already planned something for him.
Mishra ji, what do you make of this? We know the number of people who are now gone. Now, in politics, it happens people leave parties, people join new parties. I mean, heck, every single political party in this country is basically made up of people who left the Congress. There's a reason that half of the parties are called Janata Dal something, Janata Dal Secular, Janata Dal United, Rashtriya Janata Dal. Let's face it, Sharad Pawar also left the Congress only recently, ironically because he didn't approve of Sonia Gandhi as a potential prime ministerial candidate. So this is not new for the Congress. But why is it particularly different then?
Yep. No, see, well, Mr. Gulati, the way I look at it, that yes, it is very unfortunate, no doubt about it. But the point is that what the Congress leadership is supposed to do in such a situation. And these leaders who have been in the Congress for so long is basically the way proverbial, the way we say is that the living when the ship is not sinking, but ship is trying to swim out from in a storm. And it is very unfortunate. And then look at it from the last 2-3 days, and I know that before that also the Congress was trying its level best to convince Mr. Deora not to leave the Congress, just because of the only one seat where he was emphasizing that I need to fight from South Mumbai because this is the so-called bastion. Obviously it was, but now it is not. Point is that there was a larger thinking and strategy in Maharashtra electoral politics. The Congress was trying to get the seats from Shiv Sena and NCP in the region where the Congress felt more comfortable about winning, like the Vidarbha region, and ceding the seats where the Congress felt that NCP or Shiv Sena Uddhav is in a better position to win, including the Mumbai seats. And this is the message which was being given to Mr. Deora, that for one seat, we cannot compromise the larger strategy that the Congress and the opposition alliances is developing to face or make a credible challenge to BJP. And if you start insisting, and if you're not looking into the larger context, and when you are putting your personal ambition before the ambition and the future of the party, I will only say that it is unfortunate and it does not behove of an old Congress leaders who basically it is the time where the party really needed an individual sacrifices and collective effort to see the future and kind of get into incredible opposition to the BJP.
Okay, it's fair enough. You can fairly argue that when the chips are down, and they've been down for 10 years now, okay, that when the chips are down, people who have had the privilege of power in an erstwhile era should hang on and steer the boat and work even harder. It's reasonable to argue that, but it is also reasonable to argue that it's not the chips that are down, that there is a complete breakdown of affairs, and the conscientious voices who are speaking up against the breakdown of affairs are not being entertained and or being given lip service. Deshratan Nigam, which of his? Is Milind Deora simply being selfish? Is he thinking of himself and dumping the fact that the party, showered his family? His father was a union minister of petroleum, Rajya Sabha MP. He himself got a party ticket, won his first Lok Sabha seat as a Congress person. Is he being selfish, or is he a frustrated soul who's hung on, and finally given up?
Well, let me tell you, Rishabh, he's neither selfish nor frustrated. If these were the two factors, probably immediately after 2014, he would have crossed over. He didn't. He was there. He was continuously working for the party. And with his excellent corporate connections, he was able to get funds also for the party. That's a big loss. And this is a kind of the reasons which Milind Deora has is the same as that of Himanta Biswa. Is this a Himanta Biswa movement for Milind Deora? Is a question that we can ponder upon. And he has gone to Shiv Sena because that was the seat, that is South Mumbai seat, which is with the Shiv Sena, not with the BJP. So political combinations and permutation and combinations suggested that he should go to Shiv Sena, Eknath Shinde-led Shiv Sena. And secondly, the fact remains that he may not contest from that seat. Maybe he is looking for Rajya Sabha seat in the future. And therefore, those combinations are there. It's kind of a political brain drain. 10 leaders, minimum, if you count it, 10 tall leaders of the Congress who seem to have had some brains and used to work strategically, on the ground, politically, intellectually also, seems to have crossed over. The juniors, certainly, the father senior politicians, Jyotiraditya Scindia, Jitin Prasad, and many, because they're feeling very claustrophobic out there in Congress. No independence to do things. The senior leadership does not meet them, treats them as if they are just some sidees on the road. So those are the factors, and these are people who have actually worked on the ground, both politically also and financially also for the parties, got funds for the parties. If you recall Murli Deora's relationship with Ambani's and other corporate sectors. And Milind also has the same kind of relationship. And this is certainly a big loss for the Congress in the Maharashtra region. This will impact Maharashtra region and
Okay.
INDIC alliance as a whole, because their position gets weakened. These are
Okay,
embarrassing moments for the
well, you know
Congress.
what the Congress is saying. The Congress is saying this is a conspiracy, and of course he's a sellout and he's an opportunist, and expectedly, no, all breakups are bad breakups. So now let me get the political voice from the Bharatiya Janata Party and try to get a perspective here. And I'm going to pose the straight question, Mr. Pandey. Now the Shiv Sena is now your ally. Why do the BJP and the Shiv Sena need it necessary or feel it necessary, a party in which you have your own internal grown leaders? Narendra Modi is as authentic an internal grown leader. I mentioned that most political party leaders have come from the Congress. Narendra Modi hasn't come from the Congress. Amit Shah didn't come from the Congress. They were internally grown from the Sangh ranks into the Bharatiya Janata Party and have done very well for themselves and hopefully for the country. Why do you welcome people from the opposite side?
Rishabh ji, first of all, this is an internal issue of Congress party, and now Milind Deora ji has left Congress and joined Shiv Sena. You were saying Shiv Sena is your alliance. Now, see, we are in alliance with Shiv Sena for more than 3 decades. So it's not only for few years Shiv Sena had left us and Uddhav Thackeray ji became CM, and now finally Shiv Sena is back with us. So actually there is only one Shiv Sena that is led by right now Mr. Shinde, who is the Honorable CM of Maharashtra. Now you are saying why you need people from outside, why you are asking them to join. No, it's not like the Rishabh ji. Rishabh ji, tomorrow if you wish to join Bharatiya Janata Party or any political party, people will welcome you to join, because every party wants to increase their footprint. Until we get 100% support in this country, we will keep on working. I can tell you one thing. Dantopan Thengri ji was the leader of Bharatiya Mazdoor Sangh. He used to say that today all the cadres are the cadre of today BMS, and all the cadres who are working for other organizations are the future cadre of BMS. So what I am trying to say, Murli Deora ji, Milind Deora ji has left the Congress party and joined another party because
Okay,
Congress.
Rajiv ji, I'm just going to interject you just for a second, because it's a reference to context coming straight back to you. My producers are showing a lovely photograph on our screens on what the core team of Rahul Gandhi looked like in 2009. Okay, so you have Sachin Pilot, Jyotiraditya Scindia, RPN Singh, Milind Deora, Jitin Prasada in this photograph, and they are in a huddle. They're all smiling and laughing at each other. Obviously, there's a conversation going on. Now, of these people, other than Sachin Pilot, and that's also been difficult times, everyone else is left. Jyotiraditya Scindia is in the BJP union minister, and he can be very happy that the showing in Madhya Pradesh has been pretty good. RPN Singh is in the BJP, Jitin Prasada, Milind Deora in the Shiv Sena, Sachin Pilot left. Now, why is that? Are all these younger leaders who are all dynasts, all of them, are they all selfish opportunists, sir?
No. They are not. No. I cannot call them opportunists, because the Congress leadership is behaving like a headless chicken. You understand? Even on the issue of Ram Mandir, invitation for Pran Pratishtha, what they have behaved. Which one will person who is Indian will accept all these things? So there, at the ground level, Rishabh ji, there are so many people who are leaving the parties. They are the top leaders. So you are discussing that Milind Deora has left the party or Jyotiraditya Scindia ji has left. You see, BJP, Milind Deora ji has not joined BJP, he has joined Shiv Sena. But I am saying in BJP, if anybody is coming, if tomorrow Rishabh Gulati ji is coming and he is accepting our ideology, we will welcome him. Now you see, the Honorable CM of Assam, Hemant Biswa Sarma ji. You see how good he is working. He is working in such a great manner that he has he has removed thousands of acres of encroachment by the infiltrators from neighboring country. I don't want to take the name of that country. You see how he is trying to reform on marriage laws. You see how he's reforming madrasas. Now there is no madrasa, all are government schools. You know what? So what I'm trying to say, if anybody wishes to join BJP, they should first read, just one line, they should first read our ideology, they should read our manifesto, and if they want to join, most welcome. And you just one last line. When the mass, from the Congress, many people joined Uttarakhand BJP. People were saying, no, everybody is now. You see who is the CM now? So, you know,
but Pandeyji, the BJP has a repeated, very long-standing, very vocal at the highest levels, critique, distaste, I would say sometimes political disgust of Parivarvad, of dynasties. Everybody in the BJP is vocal. Now, all of these people, bar none, are dynasts. How is this not then increasing Parivarvad?
Can I respond this? This is a very good question, Rishabh ji. I'll tell you. What is dynasty? Dynasty is, if suppose a politician son has to join politics, there is nothing wrong in that. Just because of his son of somebody, he is getting the post, is the dynastic politics. Like Rahul Gandhi, like Tejaswi Prasad Yadav, like Uddhav Thackeray ji, like Aditya Thackeray, like these people, like Supriya Sule, because she is daughter of Sharad Pawar ji, who is the tallest leader. Now he is not the tallest leader in Maharashtra, but he was the CM. What I'm trying to say, like Stalin. Stalin is CM because he is son of Karunanidhi. What I'm saying, if somebody whose father is in politics, Rishabh ji, can certainly join politics and do well. But the issue is whether he is getting the post because he is son of so and so. Now you see, Jyotiraditya Scindia ji has joined BJP and he is our top leadership. He is not getting post because he is son of some mother of Scindia ji, because he is a mass leader. He is working for BJP. That's why he will get post. There is nothing wrong in that, sir.
You know,
only
so you're drawing a categorization.
Last line. Tejaswi Prasad Yadav, if he would have not been son of Lalu Prasad Yadav ji, he would have not begun even tune in Bihar. This is
I don't know. I don't know. So you can well argue that that if you're by the tenor of your argument that as long as you win elections, then therefore you've established yourselves. Well, these people have all won elections. Rahul Gandhi also wins elections, at least as in the Lok Sabha seats.
Also winning election. Rishabh ji.
Yes.
Tejaswi Yadav is also winning election.
Okay. So you draw the qualification. We let the people judge.
Because of Lalu Prasad Yadav ji. Lalu Prasad Yadav was the tallest, one of the tallest leader in Bihar.
We let the people judge. But let me ask then a reverse of a question. Alok Mehta ji, there are going to be Karyakarta, state leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party. There are going to be members of the Eknath Shinde-led Shiv Sena, who themselves have struggled and sacrificed and spent a lot of years within the party, growing up the ranks, hoping that, tomorrow they'll get an MLA ticket, MP ticket. What are these people going to think when they see the para-dropping of these leaders from the Congress? The people they themselves were opposing last month are now being given their party tickets.
Rishabh ji, very rightly you said that what is happening in other parties also. And when Jyotiraditya Scindia joined, everybody was asking what will happen. You see, Naren Singh Tomar was the same constituency, same area, Gwalior region, and he became a speaker. So this is depend on the strategy. I still believe that the party, they have their own strategy, how to keep their own people and also involve new people, join new people in the younger generation. And if they have, they can come from the parliament or from the assembly, like Mr. Pandey was also talking about it. That's why I feel the Madhav Scindia, and I was also, when Jyotiraditya Scindia was not so much active in those days, but Madhav Scindia was very active. He was working very hard. And then Jyotiraditya Scindia also learned, because when he lost the election, he tried his best. So Milind Deora also working in the same way with the people. And that's why it depends how you are very rightly said, the Shiv Sena and BJP people who are eyeing for the South Mumbai seat or some other positions are in Madhya Pradesh, people face some problem. But that's why it depends on the parties, how they manage. And that's why this work was going on. I don't think just because of the seat distribution. They were talking each other in the Congress party. The Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary was also telling that, okay, we were discussing, but Rahul Gandhi was not discussing and not convinced Milind Deora. So I think this is always even Congress party, somebody joined there, what they can offer. Venugopal, who was Venugopal? Nobody was, no. When even Khargeji came, but because nobody remember that the biggest stamp paper scheme was during his period. The Veerappan case was also in the So's period. So people are not talking about that.
Okay.
They forget because the Dalit leader is there. Jagjeevan Ram is the Dalit leader. What happened to Dalit Jagjeevan Ram?
Okay,
So
I began with the premise of saying that, look, a lot of people have left the Congress, big leaders. I mean, Sharad Pawar, think of that, big leader leaving the Congress party, himself thinking that he would one day become Prime Minister. And then did happen, the party survived and the UPA came back to power and many things happened. But Gyanendra Mishra, we can argue that. But we can also simply put a logical argument that parties do decline and fall. Sometimes the fall is very slow. You can argue that there are many parties that are struggling these days. The BSP is one of them. The left parties are one of them, which they are declining and falling. Now, how is this not a symptom of the Congress being unable to retain talent? We are back to Jairam Ramesh calling the shots, Sam Pitroda calling the shots. I mean, are these people going to win elections for you?
No, Rishabhji, I see from where you are coming, but see, look at it. What is the option before the Congress? Obviously, I would say that 3 years, 4 years back, I also felt that the kind of synergy and energy and enthusiasm to be an active political force against the BJP was not there. But now I believe that Congress is trying to do everything at its command. And obviously, there is always a chance and scope for improvement. But Rahul Gandhi is doing his best. He's putting almost 24 hours on the soil, doing the yatra, trying to strengthen the party, trying to create a credible opposition coalition to face the BJP, which is obviously at the peak of its power. And it happens in the history of every political party that there comes a time when you are the ascending note. And yes, you win elections, you feel invincible, but there again that cycles moves and the time comes where other political forces, it was the history with the Congress where the BJP was almost non-existence and now BJP at its peak of power.
Correct.
My point is, see, and you can look at it from the very different angle. As you rightly said, these all people who have left the Congress, can you basically tell that they left Congress because they didn't have ear to the leadership of the Congress? It is self-contradictory. It is oxymoron when we say that, because these peoples have the direct access, and you're yourself telling there were the coterie of Rahul Gandhi, who was the leader, who was the president. And these people have the direct access and all the privileges which they enjoyed from a political party that anybody can enjoy. And then say that I am leaving Congress because I didn't get an opportunity of hearing, nobody is hearing me, is obviously self-contradictory. On the contrary, all the old guard who are still with the Congress consistently complain that Rahul Gandhi is now surrounded by the young bunch of leaders.
But the opposite is happening. It's not the young bunch. I mentioned Jairam Ramesh. I mean, Mallikarjun Kharge is certainly not part of the young bunch.
Correct.
He has his own son, of course, who's in politics as well. Okay, I'm short of time. I'll leave the last word quickly with Deshratan Nigam. Deshratan Nigam, is it what Gyanendra Mishra is alluding to? He is saying, roughly, that look, this is the Narendra Modi era in politics right now. Okay? It is a difficult time for the Congress. There's X you can do. You have to accept it's a difficult time. You have to keep working hard on the ground and know that the time will pass and your time will come again. Is that a fair description? Or is it actually far worse than that? That the people who were at the core are no longer convinced that the party is viable, that the party is thinking correctly, that the party not showing up to Ayodhya is good politics. Is it something core or is just bad timing?
Well, Rishabh, let me tell you, if you follow Mr. Mishra's analogy, then probably it's a political harakiri for the Congress. If you think Mr. Modi is going to, after 2024 election, he'll suddenly vanish. No, he'll remain active. He himself may not continue as a prime minister after, attaining 75 years. That is for the BJP to decide. He's not vanishing anywhere, followed by Yogi, Amit Shah, all tall leaders. Then I think it's a very difficult time for the Congress. Congress should have its own independent, strategy, irrespective of who's on the other side. You've got to have your own strong strength. You have to have your own pillars on which you can stand, but you're not doing so.
Okay.
You are leaving the basic Sanatan philosophy of India. You are going against it, and people are watching it.
Okay.
That is what the top leadership is in denial mode. They keep on shaking head. That is not going to lead you to anywhere. And you got to change. And you cannot be just Chunavi Hindu.
Okay.
Those
Sometimes,
days are gone.
ladies and gentlemen, people will leave. They will leave for their best interests. They will find every pretext in the book to complain. But in the end, many people left the Congress party over 80 years for what they perceived Mamata Banerjee. I mean, you can carry on. They were all Congress persons at one point of time. But they have become stalwart leaders in their own right after leaving the Congress. So much so that in places like Bengal, the Congress is no longer a party in the reckoning to win many seats, even at the local, let alone at the Lok Sabha level. So for the Congress, it has been a lot of bad news, not necessarily the logic of this too shall pass. Perhaps with all that has gone down, and yes, in difficult times, in losing times, all the skeletons come out, all the brickbats come out, and nastiness takes place. But even within then, a little bit of introspection certainly is required. I thank my guests.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.